All right, everybody, welcome back to session number 21. And in case you did not know, I have not put up last week's episode yet. I have just not had the time to get it edited and up on YouTube. So, I'll have it up hopefully by the end of the week. So, but we are in session 21. We're at the end of book 2, which is going to be a good stopping point for us. And where we left off last time was our party was deputized by our awesome Constable of Escobar, and she has given the party the power and authority to go and arrest Mistress Dusklight for her bad activities, her shady activities and theft and everything else inside one of the historical places that is trying to be, they're trying to clean it up, get all of the riffraff out of there, including Trogadors. And so the party has gone to arrest her in the middle of the afternoon as the Celestial Menagerie is open. So fight ensued. In fact, I will say that Mistress Dusklight, I thought it was an offer that the party just could not refuse. Mistress Dusklight wanted to give the farm to the players, including a cash of 10,000 gold. That's right, 10,000 gold, and the deed to the Celestial Menagerie if she could just have a blind eye turned away and she could just kind of ride off into the sunset and maybe start another life for her and her lover boy that's protecting her, which is Mazael. His undying love for her. It's probably going to get him killed. So we also have had another NPC that has Delamar, which is an employee of the Celestial Menagerie. He's got a lot of shadiness about him as well, and he's actually turned. In fact, Mistress Dusklight threw him under the bus at first, and now he's like, oh, screw that, I'm not going down with you as well. So he's now helping the party defeat Mistress Dusklight and her henchmen. So we are now in round 3, and Emu, you are up. So good, and right. Also good job sorry about that, Emu. Good job with that counter spell last week, Omi, because it would have been a lot worse off, I think, if you did not use that spell.
Oh yeah, calm emotions.
Calm emotions. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Can you throw flat-footed on her?
I sure can.
I don't have the map.
Oh, okay. For future reference, you can always go into the combat tracker and click on your token, and whatever.
I knew it was something like that.
Yeah. And anytime you click on that, it will pull up the map that your token is linked to. So I shared the map with you. Anybody else need anything before we get going besides flat-footed? And nope. I believe that you are now good to go, Emu.
Cool. All right, good deal. So yeah, I'm gonna try to stab her again since she's been walloping me.
She has been, yeah. 32's a hit.
Quit touching me with that bad hand. I don't like it. Bad touch.
Bad touch. At you, and she says, "You fool! You should have taken the 10,000 gold and the deed to the circus."
Oh, she's absorbing with all the temporary hit points she stole from me.
Yeah, she did. She did steal a little bit from you. So yeah, she absorbed all that damage. Fools!
Hold still while I'm stabbing you. I think I need to use the hero point.
Everybody, don't forget to put a hero point back on your sheet.
I did just before I used it. I was like, I don't even have a hero. Oh, good. There you go.
Oh, that's nice. A hero point well spent.
That's better. Oh my gosh.
Wow, 3 ones on damage. Did you forget to turn on your hack for damage?
That's five ones out of my last D6s. That's not so great.
That's not very good at all. That's very unlike Emu.
I know. So I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay, that's your third
hasted, I
action.
believe.
And
I forget
I am
yours,
hasted. Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
going
so is
to
Jorp,
just move back to here.
yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna move to the door to try to block it.
Okay, so you don't want to take a chance to see if she has
She hits me again? No.
she doesn't. No attack of opportunity for Mr. Stusklight.
I'm done.
All right, so we are going to move on to Omi and Justin Beaver.
He's targeting 010
Is
for
Will
some
frozen up on his cam? Is Omi frozen up on his cam? He's awful still. I can't tell if he's. I think he's locked up, Willie. It's meme time. Can I make?
He is very still.
Oh, he did disconnect. There you go. Joe's got a freeze up meme coming pretty soon, also. Look at that look. I think he's froze up again. Oh my
Frozen
goodness. Omi's frozen. Oh, he's not frozen. Wow, you were really good on that. That's good. Nice, Jorp. How about that doge to the moon, Jorp? How'd you like that?
Yeah, it was a nice surprise.
Yeah, yeah. Emu, did you get you some doge?
I did not.
Oh,
I didn't.
man.
I don't have any. I'm
Wah,
dogeless.
wah.
Wah, wah.
We'll wait for in fact, we'll come back to Justin and Omi, so we'll go to Zero. What's up, Zero?
Oh, I was hoping to move away. We're going to do sudden bolt at Lover Boy there.
Oh, lover boy? Nice.
Hopefully you had some.
25 is a success for his saving throw, so yeah. So he'll take half damage. Those are some good rolls, so he'll take 15. So Loverboy takes 15 electricity damage.
Lover Boy.
Wasn't there a song back in the 80s or something like that?
Lover Boy.
One hit
All right,
wonder, maybe?
yeah, definitely.
Sorry, my home internet went down, so I switched to my phone.
Oh, no problem.
I'm going to move by
Welcome
this
back.
door. Okay.
That sounds good. Does he give you an attack of opportunity?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Did you
No,
get
he
electric
does
bolt?
not. He does not.
Okay, that's it.
So, Will, here's an opportunity to do an advertisement for your internet service provider. Like, internet provided by.
Today's show brought to you by no one.
And then you just freeze out.
All right, Omi and Justin.
I'm almost back in. It's loading up.
God, I'm going to listen to that song Loverboy now on Spotify. Thanks.
I think it's my favorite Ocean, Billy Ocean.
He's not a one-hit. Dude, Billy Ocean was a stud, man.
I think it was a Billy Ocean song.
Wow. Oh, that's right.
impressive.
Loverboy, yeah. Look at Emu over there. He's Googling it right now.
No, I don't want to. There's certain things that in phrases I try not to Google because I know how Google watches. I'll start getting all kind of different advertisements.
Oh my goodness.
Justin, did you hear me when they asked if Justin was still affected by that spell or not?
I
can't remember.
believe Justin, it looks like he's prone right now, so.
Okay, so he'll spend an action to stand up.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, he only gets one action, so he'll just spend his action to stand up then.
Okay, yeah, prone's off of him, so.
And then Omi is going to pull out a couple spoons and say, "Hang in there, Zero. We got this," and inspire courage on everybody.
I used to actually work with a guy that had the Omi Barton voice, and he used to say, "Hey there, big guy." That's what he would call me, because when I was running a market for Winn-Dixie back in the 90s, it was my district manager, and his name was Mike. and he would come in and he would say, "Hey there, big guy," and it kind of reminds me of Omi Barton a little bit.
Nice.
Hey there, big guy.
Let's see. There's still there's still 2 extra Omis there. So Omis is going to stay where he is and draw some attacks. And then I think I'm going to.
Yeah, that's right, because we killed off one of your mirror images last week.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey there, big guy. I'm gonna be saying that all the episode now. Oh my goodness.
As part of that Inspire Courage. Oh.
There was a hot dog truck out there. Sorry, it was the Oscar. Remember the big Oscar Mayer Wienermobile? And we were on lunch break one day, and we went out. We were going to go to lunch, and he goes, "Hey there, big guy. Do you think we could just get an Oscar Mayer Wiener here?" And I was like, "Sure, Mike. Whatever you want to do." So he goes over. We get a couple sausage dogs, and he takes a bite of one, and it's just like running down his face and stuff. It was fun. Sorry, I guess you just had to have been there. So my bad. Grease just everywhere. It was awesome. Hey there, big guy.
I think I'm going to hex Mazael with the Vengeance spell. Okay. So when he attacks me,
that's a new spell that you haven't used yet. I don't think Vengeance.
It's the focus spell. That's the one where if they attack me, they take a little bit of mental damage.
Okay.
And then I think Omi's going to raise his shield there since he's like probably going to get a bunch of attacks, and that'll be his turn.
All right. So we are going to go to a couple of the henchmen. So we're going to go to the Bruiser. That is actually attacking Dericus. No, I'm sorry, Delamar.
Delamar.
Yeah, I'm getting my D names all confused. So yeah, he's going to attack Delamar. Oof. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and attack with his great club. That is a heck of a bonus to hit. And he still misses. That's good.
Plus 20 miss.
Yeah.
That's great.
And he still misses, yeah. So he's going to take a second swipe at Delamar. That's actually going to be a hit. And he's going to take, not too bad, 15 bludgeoning damage. He's still in good shape. And he does a couple of curses at the constable, and he's calling him a traitor. "You traitor, you're going to pay for this." And he does a third attack at -10. And that is a miss. So, wow.
Barely.
Yeah, Delamar did a good job. Let's go ahead and I still had flat-footed on him too, because I believe that is, if my memory serves me correctly, he's still affected.
He's attacked by what's
Beaver.
his name?
Yeah,
Beaver.
Yeah.
All right, so Mazael, his undying love for his lover, Mistress Dusklight. He says that he vows that he's going to kill everyone in the room. She'll be safe, and they are going to show their true love and affection for one another as they ride off into the sunset. And he says, "Don't worry about giving them that 10,000 gold. We're going to need it for our lives after we leave this place of misery." And
you're going to need it for your funeral. Funerals are expensive these days.
So yeah, you're still going to be considered flat-footed. I think that's off of you right now, isn't it? Flat-footed.
No, I still got that on me actually. It's right before mirror images.
It is. There it is. Yeah, actually, I can see it now. There wasn't enough icons because you've got so many effects on you. So let's go ahead and do an attack by Mistress Dusklight's lover as he slashes at you with his long sword. I almost attacked himself. So he's going to miss you with his first attack. And he's going to take a second attack on you with -5. And that is a miss as well. What I'm going to do is, for his third action,
doesn't he take damage from the mental thing?
Yeah,
does it have to be a
give him-
hit, or is it a miss or hit?
just an attack.
Okay.
So I'll give him a couple saving throws to get him caught up.
Hey, quit hurting yourself. Quit hurting yourself.
I like how he says to get him caught up. That's a fail. So the first attack. So we'll take 6.
6 damage. And he'll just take half on this then.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So, as he's confessing his dying love, and he says, just as he says, we're going to leave this place of misery, he swings, he screams in sheer terror, and he falls to the ground, poof, slumping lifeless on the ground.
That's a pretty good combo. I like that combo. Pump up some mirror images, raise some shields. Yeah. Get defensive and let them attack you and kill themselves.
Takes a couple rounds to get going, but in these long sustained fights, it works out. So Mistress Dusklight, as she sees her, so I guess self-acclaimed lover, she just kind of snarls and hisses, and she says, he was such a pitiful soul anyway. So Maziel's done. He is he's out. So we're gonna move on to Jorp. Jorp, I believe you've got something going on too. I believe you are still kind of enticed by the spell that Mistress Dusklight casted on you.
Was it confusion?
Yes, I believe that it was something. And no, the spell that she actually was successful at, in fact, she was successful with just about everybody, was gosh, she's got so many. It was a paranoia. So yes. So you have the lesser of the two effects. So you just were suffering from, I believe it was because you had failed. You didn't critical fail, so you have a couple of rounds left on it. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like you have 8 rounds of haste left.
Yeah, it wasn't put on my character. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. So it said, because you had failed, so you believe that everyone that you see as a potential threat, and you become unfriendly to all creatures to which it wasn't already hostile. So you would be unfriendly to your allies, basically. Even if, and it says, even if those that were previous allies. It treats no one as an ally, and the spell will end after 1 round. So I believe it's been 2 rounds.
Probably say hurtful things.
Yeah.
Oh, it was only 1 round?
No, it lasts. Yes, actually, yeah, it was 1 round, so you are no effect. And in fact, I think I did put it on you, and because
it rolled off.
It rolled off because we cycled through another round. So you should be good to go.
Okay, cool. All right.
I don't know why I was thinking it was 1 minute. After rereading it, it says 1 round. That's even better yet. So yeah, you got haste. Don't forget, you get an extra action.
Confusion is 1 minute. Maybe that's what you're thinking.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
All right, so I'm gonna stop giving Omi mean looks because I'm no longer.
No more mean looks for Omi.
Because you saw what happened to Mazael when he gave me a mean look.
I'm just gonna keep poking at the cat.
All right, so your first attack, she did. Unbelievable. I'm gonna just kind of move forward on that one. So.
Let's just skip that whole thing. Yeah,
poking the cat.
And that's it for me.
Unbelievable. Bad misses, actually. See, if we should be using that critical fumble deck. That's what we should be using. Well, I think we have it for Starfinder, but I mean, I could implement it in Fantasy Crowns. Maybe we'll do that when we pick it up. We'll use the critical hit and critical fumble decks. I think that would add a little bit of drama to the encounters, maybe, possibly.
Trinlo, he keeps everything up on the forums
Mhm.
where he's at. I think he said he's like 50% done.
He's a machine, man. Tremlo's just got so much stuff going on. All right, Mistress Dusklight. So what Mistress Dusklight does is she sees everything crumbling around her, especially with, her bodyguard is down. Her other bodyguard isn't looking too good. And she sets down her weapon. And she says, "Let's talk about this." She says, "The 10,000 gold is yours for the taking. Just let me leave. You take the service. I'll be out of your hair. I'll be out of Escadar's hair. I'll never return." And she's actually kind of pleading with all of you. And she's like, "Just let me go. Everything is yours."
What? So you can just go start a new circus someplace else and do this again to people all over again? I don't think so.
I don't think I could ever create another empire like I have here in Escadar. Times are changing, Omi. And this cat has definitely got 9 lives. But I hope that you let me leave. And I'm telling you, I will never see you again. You will never see me again. And I'm not going to start another circus. That's too much work. There's too much. I just don't have it. Come on, let's be reasonable here. Let's be sensible here. There's no need to kill me. You're going to get everything out of it anyway.
Maybe you should have not killed off all those people you brought down to the Zolgoths. Fed them to the Zolgoths.
They're not going to... She kind of chuckles a little bit. And she says, they're not going to be missed. Those people are not going to be missed. They were dying. They had diseases. They wanted to compensate their family. And that's what I did, is take people that were sick, that had terminal illnesses, and they wanted their families to be taken care of. So I would take care of their families. And then that's when I took them down. Of course, they're going to be missed by their families, but they're not going to be missed anywhere else. It was win-win for the family. And it was win-win for my partnership with the Zolgoths down below.
Yeah, I'm not buying what you're selling.
Can I do a perception check to see if, to try to figure out if she's telling the truth or not?
Sure.
Completely?
Yeah, you can do that.
It's going to say the same.
Yeah, you can. Whoever wants to give me a check. Actually, both you and Jorp, yeah, she seems sincere. I mean, she's looking right at you. She's not looking off. She's not stuttering. But you seem that, yeah, you think that she is genuine when she says that she was taking care of families.
Yeah, I think that 20,000 gold apiece does sound good.
She laughs. She goes, "Well, you're not going to get 20,000 apiece from me." And she reaches down and she opens up the chest, and there's 10,000. I mean, this chest is huge, and there is gems, emeralds, rubies, diamonds. She said, "This is it." She says, "If I close this lid and snap my fingers, I will destroy this chest and the contents, and you won't get a penny of it. You won't get a copper of it. Sorry."
Mighty Dragon cannot say no to this.
Listen to your friends. Listen to your friend here. And she's kind of looking at everyone. She says, "Do the right thing. Just say yes."
The right thing is to arrest you. That's the right thing.
Mr. Do-Gooder. Then why don't every one of you take care of your friend here? That's just one less share. That's 3,333 gold apiece, split 3 ways.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's see. Hold on. He starts moving down over here. Let me see this gold.
Yeah, you've seen it. She doesn't have to open it again. She says, you saw it. It's gold. It's gems. She said, it's all there. 10,000. Ripe for the taking, Emu. You're a sensible one. I'm sure you will agree with your friend Jorp here. It is an offer that you just cannot refuse.
I mean, there's only one thing I like more than 10,000 gold. You know what that is, Jorp?
No.
No. Like Jorp, I thought we had a kinship, man. I thought you knew what we really liked. And then, I guess would it be an initiative check to see who gets to go first? I'm gonna try to stab her because that's my only favorite thing I like to do more than gold is to just stab people in the face.
Sure. It's her turn. She basically did nothing but free actions her entire time. And after her is the basically is Delamar's turn, and that would actually persistent damage and everything would have went. So Emu, it would be your turn anyway. It would be the start of round 4. So if you choose so, you can go ahead and attack her if you'd like.
Yeah,
because
I just
she
think
spent her entire action trying to parlay with all of you.
Yeah. Yeah, having worked from her before, I just think she's an evil person. That I don't believe anything she says. I think she's a liar. So, all right, I'm gonna stab her. Stab her in the face. She's still got flat-footed on. So, yep. All right, cool.
She does.
That
That is a miss.
Dang it. She is just not wanting to go down. All right, we'll try second attack.
That's a hit.
That's
With a
better.
28. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Ooh. So you did a total of 19 damage to her.
All right, and third one. It's probably not likely, but that's a crit miss. And I guess I'll just use the fourth attack at the minus 10 also, just in case I get lucky. Nope. All right, I'm not very good at stabbing her this time, but that's me. That's me. I'm done.
All right. So we will go on to Omi and Justin.
All right, Justin's is still going crazy, so he's just gonna try to bite the constable.
No, he
again.
said it was only one turn.
Oh, was it? Okay. In that case, Justin, I'll move over here to help the deputy flank. That'll be his turn.
Yeah, because that's over for you as well.
And
What's going on with that beaver? I'm gonna beat that thing into submission. Stupid beavers.
there we go.
The jokes just write themselves.
All right, Emmy.
So Omi pulls out a spoon and waves it at Mistress Dusklight and says, "No, you're not doing this again. You're a bad person." I pull out my spoon with a sad face on it and point it at her.
Kitty. You're a bad kitty. Unbelievable. What a
Hey there, big-
terrible-
Hey there, big guy.
Hey there, big guy.
Hey there, big guy.
Hey there, big guy, Omi. Want to go get a sausage? Literally, it was drooling. It was like big vampire fangs just dripping down his chin, down his neck. Never mind. Here we go.
And then I think, sorry, go ahead. Omi is going to cast True Strike and going to take his War Spoon and try to hit Mistress Dusklight with it as part of that, calling her a bad person. So what that does is I get to roll twice and take the better of the two rolls.
Yeah. It's like we're playing 5e now, getting some advantage. Ooh. It rolled over. Did you see that?
Here's the second attempt.
Ooh.
Same number, but I'll go ahead and spend a hero point though.
There you go.
I like it. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Not Omi's day for rolling.
Yeah.
And I will. I'll just go ahead and try to hit her again. Sure, why not?
Try
You
to
can
take
do
a
it.
sausage
You can do
dog
it on
from
me.
her.
You can do it on
You
me.
can do it.
Well, if you hit her, it triggers my opportune backstab. But man, nice try, nice
Unbelievable.
try.
4 misses for the Bart, for the Ohmster. 0. Can you save the day?
Well, whatever it is going to be half damage. So sudden bolt at the mystery.
Whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. How do you know?
At least.
Well, she actually had a critical success.
critical.
Wow.
Dang it.
A 42 saving throw. Yeah, that's pretty insane.
So that's going to be 0 damage, probably.
She
Critical
had
success.
cat's luck, so
Yeah, that's going to be 0.
wow, critical success, and absolute. And she's just laughing at all of you. She's, unbelievable.
Give yourself up.
Never.
Next time I'm going to hit you.
She chuckles. You got to get past that 42 saving throw first. So the Bruiser's gonna. He's still calling the deputy constable. He's still calling Delamar a traitor. So let's see. I think he's gonna go ahead. Well, he really can't. Yeah,
Hey
he's gonna
man,
have
you
to
saw
do
what
it.
happened to her last lover.
She's not my type. As he hits the constable. All right, so 18 to the deputy constable. Second attack. Great club.
That dude's got a pretty good. He's got a pretty good offense. So we'll have to give him that.
Yeah, he's doing some damage, but he's got a couple of other things that he can do, but he can't do them because of the situation that he's in. So
They don't call him Bruiser for nothing.
yeah. Third, that would be a 26.
Why is he getting plus 20 on his third?
Well, that's what I'm checking. That's what I just said. I need to check. So a 26 would definitely miss. So the third attack, I thought I hit the third attack button, but I guess I missed it.
It said multi-attack number 2. Weird.
It does. Yeah. I thought well, he rolled a 16, so that would be 36. What's his plus? His hit is 20. So that it didn't add it in, so it would be a 26, so that would be a miss.
Yeah. Should have only been plus 10.
Oh, because I did it was no, I didn't hit
Number 2.
multi-attack. It didn't. That was for the attack above with multi-attack too. It never took the multi-attack.
Extra
button
minus.
three. Yeah. So, all right, Jorp, you're up with haste. 7 rounds left.
You gotta stab her to save the gold, man.
Jorp, talk some sense. Whoa, you just almost hit me again. Talk some sense into your friends. This could all be yours. It could be Jorp's. And she's kind of putting her hand out in the air. It could be Jorp's celestial menagerie.
Yes.
As she sees your strike coming in to hit her, she snaps her finger. And you strike her with the blow. And the chest turns to dust as you strike her. At least you hit her, though.
Stabbed her right in the hand.
Yeah. So as you hit her with one last blow, just before you hit, she uses a
her
free
dying
action
grasp or what? Yeah,
and she snaps her finger, and the chest turns to dust.
Drop to my knees. My horde.
I think it was just an illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it was real.
It's not real.
So she dies. Mistress Dusklight goes down as she gives a feline type of scream as she goes to her knees and then slumps over onto the ground.
Can you do the feline scream for us?
Let's see.
I knew you were going to do something like that, George. Can you do that one more time for us? Meow. And she just sinks over dead.
We gotta smack the dust off of this kitty. Because they won't be able to recognize her.
Yeah, that's it. So, Jorp, anything else that you'd like to do?
Oh yeah. Gotta take some movement.
Yeah, so as you charge towards her bruiser, he takes his big two-handed club and he just drops it on the ground. And he says, well, she's dead. It's not worth dying for her now. I give up.
And I'll look back at Zero, Omi, and Emu and kind of.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, that's too good.
Well, guess it's your lucky day then.
Yeah, you're really lucky because we were in a stabbing mood.
Yeah, seeing that I'm not going to be able to get paid now.
Yeah, you watched the 10,000 gold disappear. Yeah,
she's not worth dying for. So hey, I'm just an employee of hers. I'm just her bodyguard. I don't know what racket she's been up to. She was just an employee, well, an employer.
I'd like to take that Thanos glove of hers. That seems useful.
The Thanos glove where she just clicked, yeah.
Yeah, let's just look at the bodies, everything, and see if there's anything useful on them.
Sure, you can do that. So everybody give me some perception checks as you start rifling through the mistress's tent looking for any type of valuable items. Wow, nice roll, Emu. Nice roll, Omi. Bad roll, Zero and Jorp. So I don't know. Maybe you guys were just I don't know. Maybe you were just especially with Jorp.
We're upset about the gold.
It's all the dust everywhere.
Yeah, I think that you guys just must be distraught from this gold being destroyed.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know it was tied to her life.
She
had dead man switch.
Yeah, she didn't want to. If she wasn't going to live, she's not going to let anybody take it. So she destroyed it. But as all of you, Omi and Emu, as Zero and Jorp are kind of just scratching their heads looking at the pile of dust in the corner of the room, you do find some things. You find several sets of very fine clothing, which would be valued at around 110 gold. So I'm going to go ahead and add that into the party sheet for you. So it has 110 gold value. There are some golden frames, and these golden frames are also valued at about 20 gold. Not as valuable as the fine clothing. There is a very familiar item that you have found. There is another moonstone diadem, another one of those moonstone circlets that you had acquired down in the Moonstone Hall. So there is another one of those. And I will go ahead and identify that for you because you already know what that is. And last but not least, Emu, seeing that you are one of the shadows and whatnot. Also, I would also say that Jorp would know what this is as well. This is a quite rare poison. And you've seen this before. You've never actually had, a tangible proof of it, but this is wyvern poison. And it is a poison that can be put on weapons, and it is very, very potent. and it has multiple stages to it. So basically, speaking out of character, that poison has a 26 DC fortitude. And on a fail, stage 1 is 5d6 damage. Stage 2 is 66. Stage 3 is 86. So it's a very powerful poison. So in 3 rounds, with failed saving throws, you can do almost 20d6 damage to someone.
Wow.
And a 26 fortitude saving throw, especially on a lower level NPC, could be very devastating to it. And in fact, you'd probably end up killing it. So you also found some worm poison, and seeing that you are ones of shadow, I'm going to go ahead and put that into the party sheet, and you will have access to that as well. So there you go, adventurers. That's what you find as you are going through all of the belongings of Mistress Dusklight in her, in her secret chambers.
Did you have a picture of her?
I do have a picture of her, and I should have probably showed you.
So we need to take proof that she's dead back to the mayor. Do we just take the head, or we take the whole body?
Do we take the head? I think somebody mentioned last week we just take the head, something like that. There you go, Jorp. That is an image of Mistress Dusklight.
I want to take her whip.
She does have a whip. It is magical. Obviously, you would definitely think that it's magical because it kind of affected you as you were hit with it. So she has 3 daggers. She has a religious symbol of Eridan. You've seen this all throughout the Moonstone Hall. She also has a religious symbol of Zev Gavazeb, which is the deity of the troglodytes or Zolgoths. She has studded leather armor. She has a wand. She has another wand, and she has her whip. So she has two wands, a whip, armor, and some other things.
I'll cast Detect Magic and see what's magical.
Okay. The 2 wands and the whip, they are magical. Everything else is not.
And that whip is good. It's got vampire touch, at least.
Yeah, that could be a good weapon for you there, Amo. Unless you like stabbing things better.
I do kind of like stabbing things, so if someone else wants to whip it, it is pretty cool. It hurts, man. This thing, look, you can still see the mark on my arm.
And, hey, Delamar says, hey, I hopefully, I've totally screwed up here. I love the city of Escadar. I love what it has done for me and my family, and I feel terrible for what has happened. And, Mistress Dusklight, she was not a very savory. She wasn't a savory cat. We'll just put it at that. That kind of rhymed. So let me help you a little bit, and hopefully you can put a good word in for me to the constable Paul Dreen. First off, I will give any information that I can as to all of the misdeeds that Mistress Dusklight had done. Secondly, I can also tell you what all of these items are that are in her possession.
I kind of like the idea of kind of like in Iron Man, when at the end of the very first movie they have that really like shady, corrupt politician, and they have him pinning the rewards on all of their lapels there.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like the idea of having the old constable douche face here. Just have to do that first.
Sir, my name is Delamar.
Delamar, close.
Douche face.
That's one of those things.
Too good. But I mean, I couldn't let her get away with this, and that's why I had to turncoat on her. But those items of hers, I mean, obviously they're in your possession now. The first is a whip of compliance. The second is a wand of ray of enfeeblement, and the third is a wand of magic mouth.
Sounds pretty useful.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll put those into the combat, into the party sheet for everyone.
All right, Delamar, let's take you and Mr. Bruiser here down to the constable. We'll just talk to them, and we'll acknowledge that Mr. Bruiser here did at least surrender at the end, and Delamar will put in a good word for you, I think, too.
And I'm ready to accept the punishment that I get for betraying this city.
We may have to have you do some work around the circus.
The elephant cleaning.
Elephants do need a little. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of, there's you're going to have to pay a little bit for it. So, maybe, how's your shoveling skills?
Community service, I'm down with that. Definitely down with some community service. All right, so all of you get back to the chief constable's office, and Dara Pauldring, and she takes a couple of other stamps that she slams onto the document that you had the adjudicating power to arrest Mistress Dusklight. And she welcomes everyone back, and she sees the proof of her death, and she just kind of shakes her head, and she said, I was hoping to have her back alive, but you had to defend yourselves, and that's what we will write in your report.
She did try to bribe us a couple of times, but then when we did not accept the bribe, she just attacked us.
Oh, did she? So yeah, she listens to your story about the 10,000 gold, the deed to the circus, and everything else. And she thanks all of you, and she goes over to a door, and she pulls out a small chest, and she puts it on to the table for all of you. And she opens it up, and it's full of gold. And she says, please take this as a thank you for what you've done for our great city of Escadar. And she says, and here is 1,000 gold pieces. She says, times are tough for Escadar because of the surrounding lands are not as good as they used to, but we can't afford to give you 1,000 gold out of our coffers, and we appreciate all of this. And then she takes Delamar into custody. A couple of the town guards put him in shackles and take him away. And then as he's leaving the room, he just kind of looks at all of you and just kind of gives you a nod, as in like he knows he screwed up, you know what I mean? He's ready to accept his punishment. And
yeah, and he did at least help us out at the end. He finally realized the error of his ways at the very end. So
she says, I will note that, and we will also note that in our hearings of justice. But he will have to pay for his crimes, though. They may not be as harsh, especially not as harsh as death, as Mistress Dusklight has, endowed. But
I think there's a lot of good circus people that were under her, evil gaze and control. But I think they're ultimately probably still good people. So I don't know what the plan is for the other circus, but perhaps we could talk with them about taking over her responsibilities and joining them into one massive circus, perhaps.
Yeah, she had mentioned that there was a town meeting with the other constables, and you were talked about as going to arrest her and giving the power to arrest her, and she tells you that there's a couple things that could happen. First off, you would be able to purchase the circus, and the proceeds would go to the town of Escadar, because she says that Mistress Dusklight was behind on her taxes by several years, and we kept giving her grace periods, and she just kept falling further and further behind. So that could be one option. Another option is to have the town of Escadar take the circus over and run it for themselves as a for-profit entity. So that could also that could work. Or thirdly, if you want to incorporate, and if you want to, I guess, if you want to absorb all of the help, we could just take the circus, tear it down forever, and just build new condos there. Or I'm sorry, we could build new housing. Yes. So, I'll give you some time to think about all of this. But in the meantime, you've got like 2 hours before the start of your big show tonight, your big premiere show. And she says, I'm sure most of the town will be there to see it prevail.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Oh, here,
Hey there, big guy. You know you got a circus on. Let's go get a sausage dog. Never mind. God. Oh God.
We'll sell sausage dogs out front of the circus.
Oh, yep, here's some extra T-shirts to you as well. You can give them to your family and friends.
Oh, thank you, Omi.
I got the big giant Spoon the World lettering on it. We
Spoon the World. So you have a circus tonight. Have y'all thought about what you want to do for your big premiere in Escadar?
We do have a few things planned. I think Zero's got some good stuff planned for our finale.
Yeah, but I'm going to save it for the finale.
Well, this is your finale tonight, is the circus performance, and then we'll take a break for a bit from Extinction Curse.
I think before when you first asked, I was thinking security, but I think at this point I probably want to do something with Emu.
Yeah, that would be great. A co-performance.
What was your
Emu and Jorp?
What was your trick, Emu?
So initially he would dress up like a wizard, and he would try to
Dress
like
up
do
like
magic, but it was
010.
all just sleight of hand stuff using his thievery skills. So, I don't know
But
if
you
that's
had
gonna
a
work.
successful performance though, out in the
Oh, yeah.
town. Yeah.
I'm thinking if we could do some kind of a acrobatic show. He's been also studying up on acrobatics, so he could do something like that too.
Well,
If we could secure a cannon.
Oh, a cannon. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you definitely would have a cannon. Of course, you would have a circus cannon in your carrot top tent of props.
Because he has catfall. He's got a couple of abilities now. He's got catfall, and my heritage means I minimize my distance I fall as well. And then I think I've got, let's see, I've got a few other things that all go together. So I can basically fall from a very, very high height without taking damage or much damage. So I have to look and see.
Drake says you should break out your sword swallowing swords.
If you still wanted to dress up as a wizard, I could put on a wig and you can slide it me in half.
Okay, we could do that too.
Hopefully this doesn't end bad for George.
Bobby Sue. I forgot what my name was.
Bobby,
you were Bobby
Sue.
Sue.
Yeah, Bobby Sue.
So Omi was Bobby Jane, Zero was Big Daddy Bob, and you were Bobby Sue, and Emu was Bobby Joe.
Oh. Unbelievable. So yeah, tonight is the big grand finale of the Celestial Menagerie's downfall. And that Circus of Wayward Wonders could become the new de facto here in possibly in Escadar. I don't know. Depends on what deals can be done. So what do you think, adventurers, as you get back to the Circus of Wayward Wonders, and everybody's in their performing outfits, and all of the pre-shows are going on with the professor and all of his little side acts, and there's actually a pretty big crowd, a much, much, much larger crowd than what was at the Celestial Menagerie as you brought it down. And of course, as you were leaving, other town guards, other security of the Celestial Menagerie were kind of escorting everyone out, saying that the circus is hereby closed until further notice. And it seems like all of those folks that were at the Celestial Menagerie have kind of wandered over on the outskirts of town, and it looks like they're buying tickets for the Circus of Wayward Wonders. So that's a good thing. So you're gonna have 4 acts.
Oh, I got an idea. We could do.
Here we go.
I could use. So basically, I could use Jorp, and maybe Omi could do. Don't you have invisibility sphere or something like that?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. You can ask Omi for help. I can. Some of the tricks I have is I can turn everybody close to me invisible.
I could basically have Jorp's character dressed up as my assistant with a nice little blonde wig or something like that in a dress, and I could put him into a cabinet, and then if you can cast invisibility on him, I'll spin the cabinet around and open it up, and he won't be in there, but he'll just walk out because he'll be invisible.
Nice. I can.
And then I could do
actually,
another thing where I make some balls levitate and stuff, but it's basically just Jorp holding them up and moving them around as I act like this and kind of.
Omi will cast a veil spell for you to disguise whoever you want as whatever you want.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Oh, nice.
So
Hey, Jordan, you still have that interdimensional hat thing, like where I can hide, because I want to climb in there and hide it, and then, you know what I mean? Don't we have a bag or something we can hide in?
the bag of holding.
It was like a bag of holding, but
Yeah.
I kind of want it to be like a top hat, and I want Omi to wear it as a top hat, and I'll just be hiding in there until my act.
Nice.
That'd be
Yeah,
interesting.
I'll give him the bag if I still have it.
I have a bag of holding, type 1. You can use that if you want.
I just picture me coming out of a top hat for my show.
Singing with your top hat on. Hey.
Dust likes that.
Oh yeah, she had a hat.
Yeah, she had a nice hat. You could take that if you want.
You could just put the bag of holding inside the hat.
Yeah, I want to be inside, like physically inside as I pop out.
Yeah.
And have Omi wear it, and Omi can just set it down in front of him.
Yeah.
and just-
If you hop in the bag of holding while it's out and about, once you're in it, we could put that inside the hat, and then we could reach in and pull you out, and then you could turn into your giant dinosaur.
Here you go.
Oh.
Omi will go second to last and wear the hat, and then pull you out at the end.
Oh, nice.
You pop out of the hat looking like Bing Crosby in his suit and top hat and stuff from like the 40s.
I'm going
and
to pop
50s.
out as a brontosaurus, so I might bring the
Oh.
house down
That's yeah.
or the tent down.
It'd be like in that movie Semi-Pro where he fights the bear in a cage and then the bear gets loose and he says, "Everybody, your reward for tonight will be escaping with your life," or something like that. I don't know. Will Ferrell's stupid. So. But there you go. There's Mistress Dusklight's top hat, the purple top hat.
Perfect. And if we have any hecklers, we could whip them with a whip of compliance.
Oh, wow! That's part of the show. You can have security do that. You can have Splug do it.
There we go.
Because Splug is part of the security detail. And back when Pernicious was in the game, he was part of the clowns. Remember old Kang? He was the head of the clown detail. So you would get an extra, send in the clowns to kind of tame the crowd. But now you get that one time tonight. So you need 4 acts, and it looks like Omi's going to be an act, Zero will be an act, and then both Jorp and Emu will be an act. So you have quite a roster of I guess you could say, acts that you can use at your disposal. So, what do you think, folks?
Yeah, we can start them off and then let Omi go second, and then finish up with Zero if you want.
Yeah, Justin could lead things off with a song and a dance show.
Oh, you could get Justin Bieber. He can be the first act then. Yeah. There you go. If you want to do that. Oh boy. Too bad there wasn't a Carrot Top that you could send out there for the first act. His box of props and everything. Oh my goodness. Get your clowns out there with the t-shirt launchers, like Drake said.
Drake takes it. You guys could put some splash zone sections in the bleachers, and then the brontosaurus can take a dump on the stage and splatter.
Was that Gallagher that used to explode watermelons with his big mallet?
What did he call that when he would pull out the? Did it call it the Gallagher that he would just?
It's like a sledge-o-matic.
The sledgehammer.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think it was something like the sledge-o-matic. So.
Oh, the sledge-o-matic. Yes, that was it.
Everybody would have the.
There we go. We can make it.
Plastic tarps they would hold whenever he would go to swing. Everybody would cover themselves with the tarps
hand them
and
out.
stuff. Yeah,
hand them out before the show. You're in the splash zone.
Hey, we can have a giant spoon catapult, and all you need to do is just go right on the spoon, on the bowl of the spoon there at Zero, and then we can launch into the audience. I think that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
All right,
so we need him to come back, though. We can't scare off.
It's performance time. So as the lights start to dim, everyone has their beer, their sausage dogs, their popcorn, their candy. So what do you think? Who's going to announce tonight? Because remember, your announcer's no longer with you. Old Thunder, old Myron Stedhall, he's no longer with you. So who's going to announce tonight? Who's going to introduce all of the acts?
Any of you guys want to do the announcements?
Omi did the first one, so if someone else wants to do this one, that's cool. Or I can do it again if no one wants to.
Say go for it. You do such a good job.
Go for it, Omi.
I changed my outfit.
So as the lights go dark, Omi walks out on stage and the spotlight's on him. He's wearing coattails with like spoons dangling off the end of the coattail.
The crowd's cheering.
Wearing the big fancy top hat where he's got Omi Barton Spoon the World Tour on the hat, and he says, "Thank you for coming tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have quite a show for you tonight. To start things off, though, starring in his new musical talent, his new work, and he created a new song just for this show, Justin Bieber." And then Justin comes out on stage. He's got all his hair made up. He's got the hair flip thing going on. Goes out and sings a really high pitched Justin Bieber song.
Does it sound like the Chipmunks a little bit?
Exactly.
So you're kind of getting a little bit of a mixed reaction from the crowd. You're getting some cheers. You're getting some jeers. You're getting some boos. So let's see how the performance goes with a performance check by Justin Bieber.
All right, let me see what he's got here.
Wow.
Hey, Justin's got it.
Yeah, with all of your anticipation and everything that was built up, the crowd goes silent for a second. And a couple people start clapping, a couple more start clapping, and then the entire canopy of people inside of the big top just explode into a roar. So we'll give everyone now a +1 on their performance rolls from here on out.
They're chanting Beaver, Beaver, Beaver.
They want more beaver.
Everybody wants. Never mind. We're moving on. So as you know, between the performances, the clowns also come out. And they're shooting off the T-shirt cannons. Giving away Spoon the World shirts and Emu shirts and Jorp shirts, 0 to 10 shirts, and they're keeping the crowd appeased as all the different acts are starting to go back and forth in your prepping, sort of like at a rock concert, but much, much faster. So, as the clowns leave the stage and the second act is fixing to come out, the spotlight comes down into the center of the big top, and Omi Barton appears again for the second act.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was Justin Beaver. You can catch him next week for another show if you enjoyed that. I'm sure he'll have something even better planned. I don't know how he could possibly top that. But anyway,
some country bumpkin yells out, "I love you, Omi Barton!"
Thank you. Give that lady a free T-shirt.
You get another one. "This is Summer McMack from the YouTube comments. Hi, Omi." "Once you're done with that beaver, I got one for you." That's what she said in the YouTube comments.
Yeah, I thought you were kidding. I
thought that was like your wife on an account just trolling you or something like that.
So Obi says, now for your viewing pleasure, we have the great and excellent, spectacular Jorp and Emu performing their acrobatic excellence for you. It will be quite a show, friend.
All right, so I will have one of the attendants light the cannon and fire me off into the stage. I'll do a couple somersaults and then land in the middle, with my assistant nearby, coming out, from the side. So I'll have Jorp run out as my assistant first, and then I'll just basically fire into the actual tent to try to land next to him.
The princess wave. "Hey there, big guy! Nice wave!"
So as the cannon fires off, I'm gonna do some acrobatics in the air.
Nice acrobatics. You were successful. What was it, the triple indent or something like that? Whatever.
Yeah, doing as many twirls as possible. And then at the last second, I'm gonna flare my robe out so it acts like a little parachute, and then I'll just kind of land down next to Jorp there.
I was hoping for a low roll to where it shot you off the crowd. Yeah, and then
go flying right through. Yeah,
surf you back down to the bottom. That would have been awesome.
Oh, that would have been sweet too. Yeah. All right, welcome everybody to the Emu the Magnificent show. Ready for some magic that will astound and amaze everyone? I've got my beautiful assistant here, Jorp the Beautiful, and Jorp the Beautiful here has no understanding of what's about to happen to her, but she's volunteered anyway because she's super brave. So we're gonna super do some cool stuff to her. Check this out. And then I'll wave in this big cabinet and have some assistants kind of wheel out this giant cabinet, and I'll spin it around. "Hey Jorp, help me spin this," and then we'll get on both sides and kind of spin it around, and I'll open it up the doors, and Jorp, show them that this is just a normal, ordinary cabinet.
All right, I'll spin it around, open it up and everything, and say, "It looks good." I mean, it looks good to me.
That's good. That's good stuff. All right, so Jorp, please step into the cabinet.
All right, step in. Close it behind me.
As you go to close it, I'll be like, "Get down low." And then I'll close the door, and I'll be like, "Now I'll spin it around a few more times, and I'll knock on each side of the door." And be like, "It looks pretty solid, but look at this," and I'll pull out a big rapier from my from my coat pocket. As I stab this through here, you would think it would slay Jorp the Beautiful with a single piercing of this cabinet. But nay, that shall not happen, because look, and I like, 1, 2,
the crowd's going crazy. Oh.
3, and I'll like jab it into the middle of the
You
cabinet.
hear gasp all throughout the crowd. As
And I'm like,
awaiting the results.
I'll sit and listen for a little while to see if I hear any squeals coming from inside. All right, I'll slowly pull the blade out, and I'll kind of like check it, make sure there's no blood on it, so I know if I have to do, plan B if that happens.
Give me an acrobatics check as you slam the rapier into the cabinet.
Yeah, I'll do it as acrobatically as possible. Basically, I'll just try to flourish, lots of flourishes as I do it.
Yes, and you hit the spot with precision, and as you pull the blade out, there is no blood on it.
Okay, all right, and then I will motion with one of my little flourishes. I will motion to Omi for the signal to do the invisibility or whatever.
All right, Omi casts that.
All right,
so what is the range on that, Mr. Omi? Do you have to be within a certain range? Do you have to see the target or anything like that?
Not to be within 10 feet of me. So Omi
so
will
you're gonna make a cameo then. You're gonna have to come out and cast.
Oh, okay. So I'll have Omi come out and be like, I need another assistant because the other one might be dead, but just in case.
You hear a couple laughs coming from the crowd.
Omi, come up here and help me out. We need to spin this thing around a few times.
Omi steps out, takes his hat off, takes a bow.
Goes wild when they see Omi come out.
And we'll start to spin the cabinet around a couple times so that he can be on the back side of the cabinet from the audience to cast a spell at a certain point.
Okay.
And then as we kind of spin it around, once he casts the spell, we'll stop in the front, and I'll say, "Now, prepare to be amazed." And I open the cabinet, and Jorp hopefully will be invisible now in there.
Jorp is invisible, yeah.
And I'll say, "See, look," and I'll take the my rapier, and I'll kind of like slowly put it in, and then kind of smack against the sides of the cage.
Ow! No, I'm just kidding.
Above where his head might be, so like that, and just to give him time to basically stealthily climb out of the cabinet.
Jorp has a great reflex, cat-like reflexes. No pun intended, Mr. Dusklight. R.I.P.
I guess we want to keep him in there, because we'll have to have him come back out. Yeah, so we'll stay in there. Yeah,
so
we will have practiced this beforehand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he dodges, and then I close the thing back again, and then I'm like, all right, we're gonna spin him around again a few times, and I'll spin around the cabinet a few more times, and then again, as we had rehearsed, I guess, or coordinated beforehand, Omi can I'm assuming you can dispel it as you're on one side of it.
Oh, yeah. I'll say a word and dispel the invisibility.
Cool. All right, and then I'll open it up again. Wah! She's back!
Blonde and all. That's like Mr. Hankey's voice. That's hi, everybody. Heidi-ho. So the act went great. Emu, you had a great acrobatics check as you were slamming or plunging the rapier into the cabinet. And as you were kind of waving the sword around, Jorp had a great cat-like reflex saving throw. No injuries happened. The crowd goes wild. And everyone is giving you a standing ovation for both Emu, Jorp, and also Omi, the second assistant.
Give it up for my beautiful assistants, both Omi and Jorp.
The crowd goes wild. So the clowns start coming out, shooting more T-shirts into the crowd. Act 2 is a success. You haven't had to send the clowns out, so that's a good thing. Who is going to be performance number 3? I guess it would be Zero, maybe, because you're announcing Omi. I don't know. Or Zero's going to be the grand finale. He's going to be the... Ooh, nice. I like it.
Yep, Zero's going to go last, so Omi's up next.
Very good. So is anybody going to introduce Omi, or is he going to introduce himself?
Oh,
He's introducing himself. He's introducing himself. So as the crowd starts to quiet, as the clowns are leaving the big tent,
all right.
the light comes back on.
This time, as the light comes back on, it's not Omi there, but this giant puppet stand. And this giant puppet stand, and you start hearing some spoons play in the background.
Oh, he's got spoons.
And you all of a sudden you see the light come on, and this giant booth has this name at the top, all across of it, saying "Lord of the Spoons." And all of a sudden you see all these like puppets start appearing on stage, and they're all spoons, like made up into costumes, with the bowls of the spoon being the heads of all the different characters. And the show goes on, and you see all these spoons running across a bridge, and one of the ranger-looking fellows says, "Bilbo, you need to get the spoon to Mount Doom before it's too late." And they all start running across the bridge, and you see the bridge starting to crumble, and then you see this one spoon that has like a very long beard turns back to everyone else and says, "Fly, you fools!" And then as everyone runs across the bridge, you see this big spoon. You see the spoon with the long beard start falling into the pit as the spoons continue to play in the background.
And as you're doing that, Omi, people in the crowd, thousands of them, start breaking out their spoons, and they start doing the same spoon taps as you, as it just amplifies and gets louder inside of the big top.
And then you hear a loud roar from somewhere below, as you hear the sounds of a gigantic, large demon-like creature coming forth from below, and that's when Omi opens up the hat and lets loose Zero.
All right.
Give me a performance check for that. I like that, and you get a +2 on your roll as well because of the other performances.
Omi has assurance.
We should have had your half-orc wife jump out as the demon. What was her name? I forgot her name.
Brunhilde.
Brunhilde, that's it. Yeah, we should have had Brunhilde and your child come out as that would have been great. Oh,
that'll be the next show.
That'll be the next show.
So Omi has assurance performance now, so he rolls a 26.
Nice. So a 26 plus your, is that with the bonuses added in, or not without the bonuses?
I don't think I get the bonus if I'm just going to take 10 on it.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be successful enough anyway. So DC for this was 25, so a 26 is definitely enough. Crowd goes wild, and the spotlight is on 010 as the spoons start to kind of subside a little bit.
Okay, so the hat's on the ground, and the light goes dark, and on the stage it gets quieter and quieter. So Zero comes out as I cast dinosaur form, and I'm going to be a giant brontosaurus.
Nice.
And I got a 3-hole harmonica. And as a giant dinosaur, I'll practice my harmonica. I'll just say, me, 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 you, 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 me, 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 you, you, me, him. Here's the song. Here's a tale a hero bardy plays for you, with worn out spoons. 15 years, no coin for beer, just plays for cheer. Don't you wanna listen? You play them spoons high, oh so high, a tear that you'll cry. A gleam of gold so old, inspiring the very bold. So I'm told, spoon the world, a motto shared around the world. You want a t-shirt? You played so loud, sang so loud, inspiring the crowd. In a bar so far from home, he met a few of us. Fancy folk, Omi caused a scene, the note so clean. They grabbed at their pants. Then he clicked those spoons and he let go a note. Their town, their fingers came back brown. Mr. Omi Barton. Mr. Omi Barton. Mr. Omi Barton spoon. Now, second verse. He spoons for those at circus shows and country fairs throughout the land. He spooned through tears of 15 years how Mr. Spoony and him spooned about. Spoony up and died. He up and died. After all this, he still grieves. Haven't you heard the legend told? He killed a boss with a two-fisted spoon. Let this be a caution tale to all you good folks, because I saw firsthand he will play them spoons right, and as he plays those spoons right, I heard someone ask him, please, please, everyone, Mr. Omi Barton, Mr. Omi Barton, Mr. Omi Barton, spoon. And that's my song. That's my tribute to you, Omi. After all these years with zero,
I'm not even going to make you do a roll for that. I mean, the crowd just goes crazy. Great song, man. Great song.
That's to Mr. Bojangles, by the way.
Yeah. I was thinking it was probably Mr. Bojangles. It sounded good. I loved it.
Well, every time I hear that song at work, I think of Omi.
Nice.
I think it's the perfect song for Omi.
That was awesome. Omi appreciates it.
Mr. Omi Barton. That's good. I love it. Good job. So the crowd goes wild with all of the performances tonight.
Cool.
Wow. They're all asking for an encore. Any encores? You want to come out? Encore the crowd? You can hear encore, encore, encore.
Yeah, we shoot T-shirts out. Everyone's playing spoons. Everyone's going around. The clowns are going around.
Oh, it's crazy. It's a madhouse. So great job at the circus, everybody. The first show was great. All the performances were definitely successful. Not even making you do a roll on
the finale.
On the finale, you can't make someone, for singing something and coming up with lyrics. Yeah, I can't.
That's awesome.
I can't. Yeah, that was awesome. So very good. And the show was a success. And after the show, the constable, and Arapal Dreen and all of the other constables come up to you and shake your hands, and they say, well, we know this is so soon, but have you thought or talked about what you want to do with the Celestial Menagerie? Would you like to, it looks like, and they kind of look around at the packed big top, and they say, we've never seen crowds like this with the Celestial Menagerie. Would you like to move into their lot and take over? And, I'm sure we can work something out, but we would love to have, the Circus of Wayward Wonders as part of our fine town of Escadar. What do you think, everyone?
Yeah, I think we should do that, and we do travel around a lot, but we could keep our permanent residence here, and we could really whip that other circus acts into shape, and then we could come back in town from time to time.
Yeah, you can contract
out of them.
Yeah, you can take all of the contracts that Mistress Dusklight had for the Celestial Menagerie. You can make them your own. You can renegotiate them. You can have the entire lot. You can also go ahead and have all of the other tents and stuff, and then you can also have your circus here. If you want to travel around, you can do that with this. But you'll always have a home here, a permanent home here in Escadar. Yeah, and the crowd's still going crazy. You know, they're starting to file out a little bit at a time, and you know, you've got the clowns shooting more shirts out and stuff. So everybody's having a good time. You know, people are kind of coming around you asking for autographs and whatnot as well. So
I'll be handing out bags of dust to people.
bags of dust. Oh, the dust that the treasure chest turned into.
Yeah.
So, thanks for coming.
Yeah. So out of character, as we kind of wrap up this part of the adventure, we're done with book 2 now, and we'll in time come back and start book 3. So when I put that last encounter together, I just didn't want to be a de facto combat to where that's all it was going to do, is because that's actually what it was supposed to be. But I wanted to spruce it up. I wanted to see if you, as the adventurers, were going to take the 10,000 gold and the deed to the circus. I would have loved to seeing how that would have turned out with, you know, other diplomacy checks and whatnot. And would Mistress Dusklight appear later, yeah, again down the line? So 10,000 gold is a crap ton of gold, and especially in Pathfinder 2, because the main currency is silver, and a lot of, you know, the chakras, the consumable items, you know, spells, everything is super cheap in Pathfinder 2. And in fact, as y'all have seen, you know, the runes, the different tiered runes, those are all super cheap too. And 10,000 gold, you know, 2,500 gold a piece, that would have probably got you just about anything that you wanted from a material standpoint. You know, just by going a day's trip northeast to Absalom City, where is the metropolis of Golarion, and you could have gotten anything there. So I was like, man, let me throw that to him to see what they would do. And, you know, I was even trying to convince with Mistress Dusklight, you know, to Jorp and Emu to turn on 010 and kill him. And I was thinking, wow, would they really, for 10,000 gold, would they betray a long-term friend and traveling companion for 10,000 gold? But that just wasn't the case. And then the last dilemma that I had was like, well, if they kill her anyway, they're going to get the gold. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to give them the gold, and just with a snap of a finger, with sort of like the gauntlet, the infinity gauntlet, just would dispose of the chest of gold.
So you did that in another game we had, which was a D&D game. You did the same sort of thing. You had a big pile of gold that they tried to sell out my character for, and you try to get everybody to turn on them, and then
that was Storm King's Thunder, I think. Yeah.
The party didn't take the gold, and then afterwards we took it back, but they had a bag of devouring that looked like a bag of holding, so we put all the gold in there.
Yeah. Was it you that put the gold in there, or was that someone else?
I think it was my character. We loaded all it was like 10,000 gold too. It was a bunch of money then too. Yeah. And we threw it all in the bag of holding that turned out to be a bag of devouring. We were like, damn it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's been fun. We've been doing Extinction Curse for how long now? Probably about 8 months, I would say. Of course, there was a couple months there where we really didn't play, but yeah, it was fun. You know, APs are such a long journey. You know, 6 books that's basically 600 pages of content for an adventure path, and we'll definitely come back later on down the line, and we'll do a book at a time. So we'll do a book, then we'll take a break, and then do another book and stuff like that.
So I got to ask you, has anybody ever taken that sort of an offer in any of your other campaigns or anything?
Not games that I'm DMing, but we just had we're actually wrapping up a 5e game that I'm playing in, which is Lost Mine of Fandelver, and I literally tried to talk the party into, you know, after we killed the Red Brands at the Red Brands hideout there at the Escadar Manor, I'm like, y'all, we could own this town. And we actually we started with the Lion Shield Coster, and we basically kicked whatever her name was out of her own establishment, started stealing everything and taking it for ourselves. And then, all of a sudden, of course, Phandalin doesn't have any kind of militia or anything. But all of a sudden, militia just appeared out of nowhere. There were guards everywhere. And we were basically not welcome back in Phandalin anymore. So and actually Sildar brokered that deal for us. And he's like, well, you really screwed the pooch on this one, he told us. So we would have to sneak into the outskirts of town to Andala, whatever her name was, the druid on the outskirts of town. So we would, if we ever needed any shelter or food, we'd have to sneak back to her place. And that was really fun. So... But yeah, I was like, because I know how Phandelver goes. I'm like, well, let's see if we can turn it on its heels and see how the DM kind of adjust with it. But it didn't work out too good for us. Not because all of a sudden, as a 3rd level paladin, I get hit once and I almost die. I'm like, wow, these are some jacked up NPCs. So
I gotta tell you, so as we're just talking about kind of interesting game things, if you've played Pathfinder Kingmaker, the video game, I don't know if it's in the adventure module itself, but there's a lich that you come across at one point, and a little bit of spoilers, everybody, but if you play an evil character, which I happen to be playing an evil character in my playthrough with that, the lich basically, instead of rescuing this vassal that he had captured, you can basically make a deal with the lich to where he kills and consumes the soul of this vassal that you were supposed to liberate, and he promises for the rest of your mortal lifetime to serve you as your servant. So this powerful lich decides to serve you for the rest of your lifetime because he's playing the long game. He knows that basically eventually you'll die, and then he'll be able to do whatever he wants. And so you work out this deal, and he ends up going along with it. And then he's one of your advisors, and whenever you talk to him, he'll occasionally make some comment about what he's going to do when you're gone and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
But it's pretty cool. I've never seen people take it to that level in a video game. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, I started the video game, but I just got through I just don't have a lot of time for video games, but I did like it. That first puzzle in that starting area, oh my gosh, that was like so ridiculous. It took me so many times.
I don't like puzzles too much, but yeah.
Yeah, it took me so many times to finally get through it. And by that point, I spent like an hour on the puzzle, and I'm like, well, I got to go do something else, and I haven't played since, but I like it.
They do have a problem with some of the puzzles where you have to divide the party and have like one person in a bunch of different rooms
what I had
do
to
this,
do.
do that, do that. And I'm like, I don't really like that part. But.
Yeah, I had to do that because the puzzle was in two. The first puzzle was in 2 rooms, and I kept running back and forth. Why don't I just place somebody here? And that's what I did. So
yeah.
And then I was just clicking everything randomly, and then I finally got it. So yeah, Joe, thanks for joining the game. A couple months back, it was good to have you, and we'll pick this up later on, and we'll take a break from Pathfinder Extinction Curse for a little bit. Maybe we'll do some Savage Worlds, or maybe we'll do some Starfinder or something else. Maybe even some D&D 5e. So I'll reach out to everybody, and we'll put something together. And I'd like to start doing some 32-page adventures. I know AAW games, Legendary Games, Frog God, Kobold Press, they have a lot of 32-page adventures for Starfinder, for D&D 5e. I think that would be fun to run some of that stuff. And yeah, we'll do that. So
cool. All right.
But yeah, great game, everybody. It was awesome. Great performance, and Zero, great song. In fact,
I'm going to post the lyrics whenever you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you want to send me the lyrics, I'll put them into the comments section of the video.
Hopefully, YouTube doesn't take it down as a copyright infringement.
I know.
That's a a ripoff of that Justin Bieber song.
It shows up in the algorithms, dude. So, all right, everybody.
We officially won a D&D. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for playing, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for watching. This has been super fun, and we will continue the Extinction Curse down the line in Book 3. So until next time, everybody, thank you for watching, and thanks to all my players. You guys made this super fun, and we'll do it again down the line. So thanks everybody for watching. Stay safe and happy gaming. Bye for now.